Sage advice, as always, in the morning, Jason, as we get into the final day of groups. And they've really spiced things up for us on the final day. They've given us the match we all want, Gambit versus Navi. That's a little bit later on, though. We've got one that's a little more important first, I think, Jason, in terms of actually making it through the groups.
Yeah, and I mean, a huge task for someone, a team like Virtus.pro, who is upset on the opening day by 100 PG, now playing Entropiq, a team that we've been impressed by, even in some of their losses. But yeah, I mean, if Virtus.pro can't win this one, I don't think they make it through the groups, which would be pretty crazy considering where that team has been for the majority of this year. So a really tough task for them. And we'll bring up the standings right now just so you can see exactly what we're talking about. Looking over at Group B, it's Virtus.pro in second place right now, but Entropiq can kind of, I mean, they're all tied with points, 3 points on teams 2 through 5 in that group. So there's a big chance for some screwery and those teams leapfrogging each other with wins and losses today.
Yeah, it's one of those weird ones where team spirit's just been phenomenal, despite that they've lost a round or a map in every single series.
They haven't looked clean either.
No, they haven't, but yet somehow they come out with the group beating everyone.
Yeah.
They have the 12 points, which is, it's 3 points a win, so do the math, that's 4 wins. They beat everyone else. They lost a map in every single series, though, like I said. So it's kind of crazy right now. Virtus.pro is sitting in second place just strictly on the round differential, which goes to show how close some of these games have been for them, but really, it hasn't been tiny. It hasn't been what we might expect from Virtus.pro. So as a result of that, yeah, look out, because today can matter. Entropiq can jump them immediately. K23 could totally, depending on what happens with 100 ping gods, could totally get ahead of them. So yeah, very scary thought. Whereas Group A is a little more straightforward. We have Gambit and Navi in first, but the rest of that is up to play for. And right now that's on round differentials. So the head-to-head today actually does matter for who's going to top the group and therefore get the bye. I think straight through to the semis as it works.
Yeah, that's basically what that match means. I mean, outside of being a match between the best team in the world and the second best team in the world, it is basically who's going to win that group. But we're going to focus on this one to begin. That one's the matinee, we'll say. Virtus.pro and Entropiq. huge matchup. This is the difference between VP getting through or not getting through. They have to win this match. It's a must-win game today. And this here is the Entropiq roster. Elian has shown some really cool things. Nickelback as well has been solid.
Yes.
And all the other three, Lackey, Forrester, Crad, nothing crazy, nothing like no fireworks, I guess. But I mean, they've just played very good in this tournament so far, and that's what's making this team look a little bit scary to the other CIS squads.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that there's, the fact that they've got so much talent within the team. I think, like you say, Nickelback's looked excellent. We're seeing this a lot though with CIS, right? It's kind of like when we see the Asians play each other, Asian teams, Oceania region. You've always got these crazy good aimers. We just don't know what else to expect from them. Well, now we're getting a bit of indication as we see these guys a little more. There's our famous man, James. Obviously, Kikert, Sanji, Yukander, and Buster. Obviously, everyone knows this team now. Like you say, they've had a phenomenal year. I'm pretty sure they're, 5th on HLTV rankings right now? That's off the top of my head.
A little bit lower.
No, not quite. That was updated.
You're close.
Yeah, that was updated. They were 5th. Now they're 6th. That was updated 2 days ago. So I was close. I tried.
You were right. 2 days ago.
Yes, I live in the past.
Yeah, you can see the head-to-head here. Some losses, obviously taken by Entropiq. No surprises there. 16-13 wins on Mirage and Vertigo. Yeah, this matchup I'm really excited for. If you're VP, this is where you need Yukander to show up. This guy has made a name for himself this year. He's been a revelation as an individual player, as a star player within this Virtus.pro team. We all know James is talented. We all know Kikert and Buster do their thing. But Yukander is the one that you're looking at today and saying, in a must-win game, that's when you expect your star player to show up the most.
Yeah, well, this will be our Vito. I'm just trying to look here. So Inferno and Nuke go out early. That's obviously default ban from Virtus.pro. The fact that Inferno goes out from... this has to go to either Vertigo or Ancient. Surely. Does Mirage get left in? Do they second round ban them because it's not the default bans? I mean, it's possible.
I'd be amazed.
But right now we've got Overpass and Dust too.
I would be.
Okay, I think it is going to go Mirage.
I'd be kind of amazed if either team let this go to Ancient as the final map in a must-win game to move on in the groups. That would be kind of cool if it were to come out, and it's Entropiq banning the last map, so okay, they're going to take Ancient. I was going to say, if you really feel like you're that much of an underdog, like you really don't have that much of a chance, maybe it's worth taking it there. Just in case, but obviously just going with what they're comfortable on. Overpass, Dust 2, Mirage, the maps of this series. And here you can see the Overpass stats as well. 25 maps played by Entropiq, only 10 played by VP. Don't be scared of the win rate. Generally speaking, better teams that Virtus.pro is going up against in the world.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Copenhagen Flames, 100 Pin Gods, Double Pony, Tridents. Okay, fine. Complexities in there. We all know and love them. But yeah, NIP OG. Although K23 Spirit did beat them 16-7 on it. That's a bit weird. That's a bit scary. But we know that was in this, obviously, in this tournament. The fact that Spirit beat them. And as you say, Virtus.pro had a tough day one. So they are in recovery mode today to try and make it through. I like that we start on Overpass. That'll give us an indication right away, right? Guy has aggression for both sides. It's not like you can call it streaky and territorial in that sense, as if, you get the bad side to start. We don't get a read. We're going to see who individually is stepping up right away.
Yeah, and at the previous RMR event, these two teams actually played on Overpass and Dust 2 in their series. Both of those won by Virtus.pro, as we saw in the match history page. But Entropiq had also beat them in a series about a week prior on a couple of other mats in that same RMR. So that part's kind of cool. Obviously, Entropiq knows they can beat Virtus.pro. These two maps specifically, they got pretty much beat up on in the second series in that event. So I don't know. It's almost like a little bit of a rematch that we have going on from the previous RMR in which Virtus.pro won. So you have to imagine Entropiq is going to have something new prepared, something prepared specifically for VP.
You should hope so. You should hope that they've done some research. Well, as a coach, Jason, I'm sure that's what you would want, right?
Yeah, he would like to look into the opponent. And certainly,
I like that mug you have there, by the way.
Hey,
like show that off. That's not bad. How come I don't know? I can't see it moving. Yeah, how come I can't get one of those? Where'd you get it?
I got it in China.
At some market store, probably.
Yeah, just right on the street.
I love it.
Yeah, got that in a cool little jacket. They have some cool stuff over there. The Perfect World events that doesn't get widely distributed. So now I've got all these Chinese Counter-Strike goodies.
I like it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm pumped for today. Not just the matches, not just the maps they're playing on, but the implications. Obviously, this is where it gets intense. Group stages can start out a little bit slow, especially with how many events we have. Now we're getting to crunch time, and this is where the matches really mean something. And this is some good Counter-Strike we have today for you.
I think so, yeah. And like we say, yeah, it doesn't matter in terms of getting through the group. We know that Gambi or Navi, Gambi or Nombit, Gambi or Nombit are going to be in the playoffs. But it does matter in terms of getting that bye and getting that pass, because the crossover now, the fact that we know Team Spirit's obviously won that other group, it's going to be someone like Virtus.pro who could come through, and that's not exactly what you want for a quarterfinal matchup. I mean, that is obviously, on paper, the best team in the other groups, so they are already going to cause problems for one of those two teams today, depending on what happens.
And it's really cool, this conversation around these teams that have to kind of step up here, because the fun thing is we're talking about Spirit, and we haven't been convinced by their gameplay just in terms of the eye test, but they've won all their matches, and at the end of the day, that's all that really matters, especially in the group stage. It can be ugly, it can be sloppy, get through the group stage, and once you get to playoffs, then you're going to have to start cleaning it up when you play the Navis and the Gambits and the Virtus.pros or whoever makes it out in this group second. But at the moment, Spirit has gotten away with being a little bit of a slow and sluggish start for them. So yeah, congratulations to them for winning despite not looking great.
Congratulations, you won the lottery and be the worst in that group. It has been sloppy, there's no question. Whereas a team like Namiga, they must be kicking themselves thinking, how the hell did we end up in Group A? With Gambit and Navi, because the way they played, if they were in that Group B, they would probably have topped the group. I think they played very, very well.
Yeah, well, also, it's got to be frustrating, because I'm assuming the seeding was done based off RMR points as well, so they're just like, man, it sucks so bad that Spirit has the most RMR points, and they get that high seed in the factor. So yeah, a little bit unlucky if you're put into that Group A with the two best teams in the world. That kind of sucks. Either way.
Yeah,
I've been there. When the seeding comes out for events, that is like the worst feeling, sitting there just holding your breath and see who you get drawn up against. Seeing, knowing all the possibilities of okay, I can get matched up against the 20th seed, the 22nd seed, the 27th seed in the world, or I can get matched up against the 5th best team as well.
Number two.
It's and then you get matched up against the best team, and you're like, shit, why did it have to be like this?
What did we do in a past life to deserve this nonsense?
I'm pretty sure Liquid's always been cursed by that too. I think they always, even before I was there.
Oh, excuses. Yeah, excuses.
That's what it is. It's curses.
No, I mean, Liquid has had some hard luck in terms of seedings, but let's not forget, even if you go way back to Columbus, they could have won that major if they had to beat Luminosity, and should have beat Luminosity, right? So they've had some of their own luck. They were famous for choking.
Yeah.
They lost New York in a best of 5 to Mouse Sports, which was a phenomenal series. But you know, there's been a lot of opportunity that Liquid's missed as well. So
Yeah, there sure has.
as much as we love them, and I mean that 63-day Grand Slam, I don't think we'll ever be beating that record.
I think it's actually it's
mean,
impossible to beat that record now because they changed the way
the
it's
schedule's
done.
different. Yeah, exactly. Although it could change back, but you know, records
Yeah.
are there to be broken. But that is a pretty ridiculous stat, considering it took Astralis much longer. We're gonna get underway in this one. Pistol round already in play. 3 armor plates bought up on the CT side. Kicker has a kit, and they've got a smoke and 2 flashes for Sanji. Meanwhile, Nickelback has a smoke and a Molotov, a smoke for Crad, and they want to go execution based. That would, I would at least suggest, on the Entropiq side.
Ooh, here we go. A little bit of a spot, and they should know it's coming in. 4 players on the defense. Utility spent, utility used. Lackey's going to turn the corner. Oh, but look how passive this is. This defense is playing way far back, and all the flashes have cleared out, and Entropiq looks nervous to turn this corner.
Yeah, they do. Lackey already inside of the sights. Does get taken down. Nickelback gets one in return, though. Buster, he's still boosted up inside of the smoke on Sandbags. He's been there the whole time. Nobody checks him. He doesn't get a kill for it, but now he's at least pulled the attention back his direction. They will get a plant on the safe side of Pillar because Buster's position could have made that a compromise, and James is able to capitalize on the fact they have to plant away from him. Gets the call and gets the headshot down to a 2 versus 2. That kit is on the ground in the site. Keep that in mind. So there's one still in play. I believe it's on the pit. As James tries to find the shot again toward Monster. That's information for Buster, who goes in, spots Forrester underneath the window. James going to rotate. He'll now know where both of them are as he gets that call from his teammate, Forrester. Trying to angle out Buster, hold him off the site. They've got to go quickly now. James gets the first kill. Hold Elin off it. And if they can get that kit and get to the kill. Oh, plants. James got the kit, but he's got to get the kill. No, Ilian's going to get them both in return.
Ooh, I wonder if James actually could have stuck that maybe. I think Elian would have been able to turn the corner in time, but that's a nice win. Going right into the stack and as well slowing down so all your utility kind of fades away and they still win it out. There's a lot of tough little trickery to deal with there with that boost up on Sandbags as well. Nice grinded out battle. 1-0 for Entropiq here on Overpass, and Galil's and the MAC-10 on Crad are out on the board. VP's not going to invest anything. So all USPs and a P2K or P250 on Senji. I'm rusty, I can't really tell.
No, it's fine. That's a P2000.
What I thought.
But it's okay. We'll let it pass.
I was looking at the graphic on GoTV. Let that be known.
Yeah, to be fair, that one is a tough
Let
one.
the record
P250
show.
has like a slightly different indent on the top of it, and that's it. Lackey's got the first shot already on Buster. He'll follow that onto Sanji, and that's where Ilian will pop out from inside of the park position. It's another one on the AK-47 with his high kills. Krad's going to farm up a little bit of cash money millionaire, baby, on the Mac Daddy 10.
All right. James,
Don't act like you're not impressed.
I was pretty impressed. You made that sound a lot better than when I did something when I said something similar the other day. So well done, well done. Way to one up me. It's fun. Glass Cannon AWP against
Isn't one up a liquid company? Isn't that?
Yeah, it's the production company. Good call.
There you go.
Way to go. You keep doing it. It's impressive. 3 Galils and a MAC-10. So that unarmored AWP, if James doesn't get a shot off quick, he could be in some trouble. Takes a very narrow angle, not able to grab Elian as he crosses along the playground.
Forrester inside of the cubby at Water. Water, construction. There's been so many names for this over the years. Dangerously is going to stand right by that plywood that normally gets spammed, but they know that there's a player deeper inside of the site based on the early spam. Yukender is going to be flashed off long and already backing away, despite that he should have been able to anticipate that that flash came from pretty far back, but doesn't want to get caught out for it.
Moving around to the other side, actually. Good read from Entropiq. James still has got a lot of information in bathroom, so he knows that A isn't really under pressure at the moment. And still VP just now rotating, I think Sanji is at the A-bomb side. Yekendar's at the A-bomb side. They're going to get aggressive in the mid-round with 3 players here, but that's the wrong side of the map. As soon as the smoke clears in Monster, Entropiq is going to feel like they can go. And VP's got to get back. They're just now starting the route, and Sanji is going to get there in time.
Busta's going to have to bust a cap. Jason, as we keep the rap thing going. Pop out. He's got a chance for Nickelback. No, not going to happen. In fact, the Galil beats out the M4. Sanji now. Moss in hand is going to try and get aggressive inside this. So far can't spot anyone. Forrester instead gets him as he tries to look by the pillar. Bomb go down inside of the smoke as Kicker desperately sprays in, and Yukender's dancing around it as well. So far, no success as Kicker will at least get Ilian back, but that's a trade because Yukinder went down just before that, making this still the man advantage for Entropiq with the bomb planted, and I think James is about to find his time, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, this is where he lives. This is where he exists. He doesn't make any mistakes here when he has to save the AWP. Makes sense too. He has no armor. However, he is getting flanked out from long, and Nickelback, I think he's kind of too far away to make something happen. And I mean, James and Kicker don't even necessarily have to leave bank and headshot into the site. They're going to do it anyways, and Nickelback pulls the gun out. Should be an easy kill for Kicker to protect his teammate, and indeed he will. 3-0 for Entropiq. Slow, progressive hit onto that B bomb site.
So now we'll get... You can't... Wait, what? Is this spawn based? No, they're just tossing guns around, I was gonna say. Because they gave Yukinder the AWP, but now look how slow they are to spawn as they try and organize themselves.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what they were doing. I think Yukinder actually picked up the AWP by accident when James threw it down to buy a gun for his teammate, and then they had to all go, wait a minute, give it back to him. That's his gun.
I'm kind of surprised to see they still went for this kind of a long push and aggression, considering how late they were. Ooh, timing for Buster, not great. He's dropped.
Kicker's a little bit concerned as to what to do. He wants to try and play between Monster and Bags, but Molotov was on that slope, so he couldn't do it. Yukinder's still pushing. Oh no, he hears them now. He knows he's got to make a decision. Play. Tries to go for coverage at the rock. Quick peek, can't do it. Oftentimes we've seen in the past players will actually hug the wall because it's just such a wide angle. But they don't get one on the AWP. At least on the other side. Oh, crap. More like, oh, crap. He had the utility in his hand. He's got to run back, and somehow he survives and gets away on 52 HP. And it's Sanji that actually gets caught out by him because he decides to turn back and catch him out. The element of surprise as he turns around. The timing from James as he actually had the angle toward bathrooms. Instead goes back behind the truck. And they know the AWP is this side of the map now, so they'll rotate back.
Yeah, just look at, I mean, just all this lurking. Krad's already in the bomb site, and he can hear these footsteps up top. He's telling Nickelback, just be careful. That's why the op's coming over. That's why I waited until the op was in position. Free access to a plant, and James and Kickert are going to be backing off and saving again. Nice job from Krad. Almost caught off guard, but then opening up the escape route for his team. Entropiq looking good here early on.
Yeah, good start, VP. Needs to improve on this. Why is it VP Perry match?
I would assume that that is a sponsor.
Ah, right, Perry match. That makes sense. Yep. Forgot about those. They, yep, they do seem to be around these days.
Yeah, a few of them here and there still sticking around.
There you go. Maybe you can Google it and find out if it's sponsored. See, just like that, I brought them back. I got them some promotion out of it.
It seems like it could be like a dating website.
Oh my goodness, I am signing up immediately.
Yeah. Kazakhstani dating website.
Can I date James?
Probably.
With that sweet hair?
Yeah. Yeah. His locks. His golden locks.
Yep. They're not really golden, but yep.
No, they're not golden at all. But it sounds better than what, like black locks?
Nah, it's just he's our Lord and Savior. He's got that Jesus hair.
Yeah.
Or just our Lord and Savior with the AWP.
Well, he better have a good round here. They need him. Buster's gonna get naded. Molotov. Pretty much, I think most rounds, it's still early going. I've seen it at least twice. I think it's happened actually 3 times. There has been like nade stacks towards this B bomb site that Entropiq is just choosing to throw out random ones, and wow, they are on point. They even had the flank covered. They knew everything that was going to happen.
This is concerning. Ykinder has to back away from this. Apparently Perry means bet in Russian.
Yeah, I mean, I figured as much.
Suck.
Just dating website would be cooler.
True. Yep, that's absolutely true. Krad's going to take down Ykinder. 5-0 Entropiq. What a start from them.
I feel like MIBR didn't give enough credit for picking up Tinder as a sponsor.
I think that's brilliant, to be completely honest.
I know you do.
I mean, we all know gamers have fast thumbs. Tinder's just brought that over to the PC game as well.
Yep, just brought it over the PC style. Well, let's see what he's got. Pushing up. Making a pop flash. Yes, he is. Elian's forced off the angle, but disappears inside of the smoke as well. Forrester naded down to a little over half HP. And a 2-2-1 called as an opening for Entropiq. 2 players now clearing out blue and stairs. 2 players towards playground, and 1 player, that's Forrester, actually aggressive towards the sandbags.
So they'll sneak their way in towards bathrooms on the T side. There is still a presence at long. We just saw that. It is Ykinder that's been out there time and time again. James, a race. Just absolutely obliterated. They're going to check for Ykinder because they know he's always out there, but good read by him, but now he's completely pinched. Does okay to get 1. 2 in that situation would have been remarkable as Sanji, once back in the sight, anticipates a flash, looks to the ground, looks back up, sees a bullet coming straight for his face. Didn't suspect that, did he? As Kicker will get Krad. Buster's on the flank. That's going to be checked by Lackey. Shoulder shows, and Buster's able to at least respond. Left eye versus right eye. Bomb to be planted, but Kicker's got Ilian in the process. This is a chance. He knows exactly where he is. He knows he has to be in the smoke, and Forrester's going to try and get aggressive. Flashed off, needs to get behind Dumpster. Just buy space, buy time. He knows where both the CTs are in response, but Kicker goes over the Dumpster, and Dumpster's Forrester.
That's a tough 1v2 to be in. A little bit out of position. Good round from Kicker with those 3 kills, and finally VP's on the board. A little bit of fight in them, but that's an expensive victory. That's costly. They have to drop some weapons over to teammates, and again, backs will be on the wall in terms of their money, and it would really suck if you get this win and then reset immediately this early on in the game. So a lot of cash built up for Entropiq. Still going to be able to fight. Still going to be able to grind it down. And here we go into round number 7. Up in the hands of Elian. Double up for the CT side. Buster is going to take his to the B-bomb site. This could be a really cool angle. Dame pushed up, flashed off. He's got to fall back. He's got a far route to run. And instead just goes down the stairs. So he's going to stick around a little longer. A chance for him to get trapped.
Forrester, meanwhile, probing out and seeing what's going on at B is going to open up the scoring. In this, the 7th round, as Buster gets taken down, so that means already they have to rotate off this. You're right, James just kind of chilling. Not sure exactly where to be at this point in time, just holding his nerve down in connector with the double ops still in play. AK gone now as well, though. Forrester, what a start to the round from him. Great openers.
This is weird, though. Oh, that's fortunate. That's fortunate as well. The success over at the B bomb site has actually made Entropiq feel like they need to fall back to meet up there. And that's what's actually given VP the chance to get back into the round. It's almost like they rotated 3 players to A to just save and give it up. And all of a sudden, they've been so fortunate to find themselves back in it. Lackey gets legged, and he's the last one remaining. 1 versus 2 with no HP.
Yeah, you're right. Forrester did so well. He was deep in the site. He was at the grate. He was already past Monster. Yeah. He was just waiting, and they called it back, but they never had the information to where James was. James in the right place at the right time. And you're right, Sanji as well also came out and killed 1. He's got one of the 2 ops that was in the round still in play as Ykinder still over at A. Now, interestingly, Bomb was obviously picked up after he was lagged, and now they're going to realize it has to be on that site. The call's been made. Sanji plays it perfectly, just waits it out. And a P2000, Jason, in the head. Not in the head. It was actually in the body. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, James obviously called it over that he was legged. That's a pretty unfortunate round if you're Entropiq. Still though, 3 kills. Money's okay for VP, but they are invested in this double op setup. Buster had his at the off angle at sandbags into the dirty water area, and Forrester was able to handle that pretty easily last round. We'll see where he decides to go with it this time.
Molotov goes out immediately to T stairs. Ilian will take 40 damage from that. Buster's gonna back off of a flash. Set up outside monster. Kicker. Nice nade. That'll do a little bit of damage to this player. That certainly helps M4s. And the potential for kills, but it's Buster instead of the AWP. Sees the flash coming, has to go off, and Sanji still holds it barrels. So a wide smoke. And what I mean by wide, obviously, being close up to the monster like that means they can swing into the site a little bit further. That means Sanji's got to move. Does he ever? 1 HP. As the Molotov lands at the barrels, but look at the T's. They're just stuck. Interestingly enough, though, the CTs aren't comfortable with this position, Jason. They're trying to fall back a bit.
Yeah, this is odd. And still, I feel like they're not entirely convinced that this is going to be the main point of attack, like the final destination. Lackey's the only one still here at the B-bomb site. Inside of the smoke. Oh, pop flash right through it. Good flash from Krad, but Yekindar is pushed to monster. James is still up above. The rest of Entropiq is trying to readdress on the map to a new position, but even with 1 HP, that's a strong position to be in. Nellian goes down.
So it's all on Krad before Virtus.pro will find 3 in a row. Oh, spotted him late. Sanji, go. This is the 1 HP. He's gonna run him down. Look at this. Like a bolt of red. Red HP. Sanji's gone. Good find as Krad gets the kill and the AWP. 8 seconds. He'll save it now in this round.
Yep.
But it is 3 in a row for VP. So just like that, they're closing this scoreline down, making things a little bit better on their situation. And now that they have 3 in a row, even though the first one was costly, as you said, they've started to build up a bit of a bank. Yeah,
they're doing all right for themselves right now. It's starting to get a little bit easier. A lot less pressure behind them as they continue to string these together. That's a nice round from the defense as well, though, disrupting the timing of that hit. You could see Sandbags is Molotoved off. No one can actually get in. From the Entropiq side, that lurk that's coming up, Forrester, not able to take any battles, not able to find anyone, which leaves the 3 B defenders to all focus towards Monster. So Entropiq just gets entirely blocked out. Timeout called by them, as all the good fortunes and good feelings of that 5-0 run to start this map have dissipated. And they want to talk things over, pick a strat out of the book that's going to work with some upgraded pistols, a little bit light on utility in some cases as well.
A little bit.
A little bit. Wonder what I think Alien's gonna have the AWP? Yeah.
Nickelback with just the deagle, so that's not ideal, but I suppose they wanted to go along this play, given that they get utility on him as a result. So James will hold inside of the B site. Nickelback trying to go with the bomb right now, at least, with Lackey and Ilian over toward A.
Oh, he was spotted. 100%. Nickelback saw him. They're going to go for the trade. Deagle swings in. Yekindar continues to back away. You have to refer that scope. Trying not to ping wide. Can only get 1. Happy trade for Entropiq. Deagle for rifle. And Krad's already pressuring into this bomb site. Sanji, I don't think he realized it at first, but he adjusts well.
Yeah, that was a good hunt to try and get down that gun inside of the bathroom position. It would have given Nickelback 1 more to work with. He traded himself willingly. Still, though, this remains in a 3-on-3, and that's going to thin out the defense. They can start to spread the map if they so elect to do, but they are on 35 seconds, so they have to make a commitment soon. The rotation back to B, you almost have to go right about now if you want any chance of getting in, so instead this will stay toward A. Smokes go deep, flashes over. Already Sanji was positioned at the truck, and he's got his face buried into the door so that he won't get blinded up, and James also at the bank. Hoping to cash in on that AWP. They're gonna walk through. Oh, man, they're gonna let the land now that they know they're there. Sanji pops out, perfectly executes 2. It's all on Forrester, 10 HP, and James any second should. Oh, okay, not get the shot. Sanji instead. Good round from him. 4 kills inside of the A site.
Yeah, not leaving themselves a whole lot of time, Entropiq, as they entered that bomb site towards the end. No time, no opportunity, no utility to clear out behind the truck. That is tough. Again, good job by VP. A lot of pressure applied by Entropiq trying to enter into that A bomb site, and again, VP just outlasts them. And now they're going to take the timeout. Finally, I think they know they've burnt through the money. They've burnt the economy of their opposition. They've got money built up. They don't have any players sitting on 0 or anything. Well, they have Kickered on 0, but everyone else is going to be pretty healthy in terms of their cash flow. So it's good times for the VP squad. 8 kills on Sanji, 7 kills on James, 6 on Kicker.
Yeah, and they've built this up and brought themselves right back into it and now face absolutely nothing. Okay, I shouldn't say that. They're going to buy some deagles and smokes. A few other little gimmicky items, Jason.
Yep. This wasteful spending.
In a way, it kind of is, but at the same time, we know how powerful the deagles can be, and we've seen it a lot even just this event. Get some armor, you get 1 smoke, you rush a site, pew pew, down go the ops.
Yeah, deagles are real silly at times right now. Not that, though. Buster handles it pretty easily. And Yekindar, I think with the knowledge that his teammate just grabbed that it's pistols out, confirming their suspicions, he falls back a little bit. Although just re-pushing out towards long to get information and intel. Might have an opportunity. Elian's out in the open. Ooh, and just missed the timing.
Good shot, Yukinder, to get Ilian out at long. And Yukinder goes toward battle. He's not going to know that Lackey's on the left side, but makes no mistake of getting the aim onto him as soon as he does reveal himself. As Sanji finds Nickelback, it's Crad left in a 1v5. Useful spending. More like useless, Jason, this time. You were right.
Yeah.
It's like buying an electric skateboard, crashing it, and then never using it again.
Yeah, wouldn't that be silly?
That would be silly.
But one hell of a ride, though. That first one.
Quite literally one hell of a ride.
One hell of a ride. Beautiful helmet as well. Get the flames, the decals.
Absolutely. Brad. He's going to go down. Had a chance to get 1 perhaps as he snuck up long, but now we're tied at 5.
All right, we'll see what Entropiq's going to switch up. They need something. Need a little bit of magic. 5 people survived for VP in the previous round.
This is all going to be out toward Monster. Brought in, fully invested. Oh, that nade timing, my goodness. Right inside the mouth of the tunnel, and Lackey gets capitalized on. Buster comes out and capitalizes on the damage of the nade. So Buster, working in conjunction with the utility, has the first kill, and we know Forrester's been tagged down to 71, so that makes the M4 a lot more prominent.
Yeah, they traded nades, and Sanji's did way more damage. Obviously, good pick from Elian. They needed something. The equalizer's been found. Didn't have to spend a whole lot for it either. Sanji moved over and was naded in a new position as well. He's down to 17 HP without having seen anybody on the map.
Kinder, oh, Crad. How many times have we seen him have utility in his hand? That's going to give back this 4-on-4 situation. And now VP finds them up 1 man. Forrester, we've had a decent moment. Oh, did he get hit by that? He did. Yeah. They heard it.
I think they're kind of considering backing away regardless, but they now realize they don't really know anywhere where Yekindar is, and he could be anywhere after that kill towards Fountain. So they're just going to have to stick here, use their utility, and see what they can get. Smoke comes out to the front of the site. Forrester's just going to try and make it happen. He wanted to clear 1 player. Gonna wrap around that pillar. Sanji gets blinded. Oh, can't finish off the second kill into a 2-on-2.
Yeah, Forrester's been so good on these entries. Again, he's going to find some space for them. Bomb to go down inside. Smoke Buster can't find the lineup. That reveals his position for Ilian, but he's a little bit late. And as a result, the planter goes down, but the flower in the pot, Yekender now has to try and find the 1v1 plus defuse, and he's got the kit to do so. So he'll try and isolate the AWP, swing slightly wide, and perfection. It'll be 6 rounds for VP, and the first lead they've had in this game.
Yeah, Elian had the right call, but obviously not expecting this straight-up pre-fire. Didn't think Yekender would be that close, I don't think. That was actually pretty dicey, though. Was that Buster spamming through the smoke at the end? He could not hit the planter. Forrester had red HP. All it would have taken was 1 bullet and just couldn't find him inside the smoke, which gave a chance over to Elian. Much, much closer than you might think, and another timeout called by Entropiq. As this ain't fun. 6-0 run for the VP side.
Forrester, we look back again, came in and did well to find the 2 kills he did as Sanji went down, but is it Jame time? That's what I'm wondering too, Jason.
It's always Jame time. Oh, he's even got the Jesus hands.
Yeah, he saw it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I thought you were just talking rhetorically speaking.
No, it was, yeah.
It was actually up on the screen. It was a whole thing. It was a whole bit. Yeah. B-Rush.
Not that clever on my own. It's going to be a B-Rush, and Nickelback will take down Buster. He only managed to get 1 kill. Flash over as they ran through smoke. Sanji smokes himself into the pit. Clever little spot. Look at this little gamer hiding in and out of the smoke. He's going to play hide and seek, and it's going to work out because Forrester never saw him, and tag, you're it. Sanji's going to try and work back around as well and cover off the slope, but it's Yekender that's already behind them. This guy's an absolute god. Takes down Ilian. Now Lackey is going to be lacking teammates, that is, because he's in a 1-on-3. Not anymore. It is Jame time.
Some classic Yekender plays right here. A lot of like hyper aggression, and Dudewood, he's getting a lot of flanks, and now he's starting to build up a bunch of confidence playing towards bathrooms on his own. And Entropiq's going to have to be really mindful of that on rounds where they want to go towards the other side of the map, because they have to do something to contain him. He got that kill previously, had a flank. We've seen him flank earlier on in this half, and now obviously a big flank off of the rush very, very quickly. And that's going to be the back of Entropiq's mind every time they're on the map is, where's Yekender? He could be pushing. Here he is again. Now getting dynamic. Pop flashed and traded off immediately.
Yeah, traded and taken down. It's Lackey that comes back into Yekender, though, immediately, so that at least gets a 1-for-1 and opens up a bit of space toward A. You'd presume they'd take advantage of that. They know he's the A player, but instead, Jame covers out toward long. His teammates want to get aggressive in B, though. Kicker's already through Monster. Good find. That means Jame has to back away and be ready for rotation and also be a little bit more defensive toward A. Again, though, that kill traded. You give credit to to Kicker for pushing all the way up, but doesn't do much for them because there's still a minute to play with, and Entropiq has the whole map to work with.
Well, they've got a lot of the map. They're going to run into Jame eventually, and they've only got 1 smoke and 1 flashbang. So they can pick either headshot or bank to smoke off. And 1 flash in James' face might cause him to hide, but they're not going to do it. They're going to play contact. He saw them. He had to have. Yeah, he definitely sees them now. They have no idea. There's the scope. That's an easy kill. They walk right into the crosshair. 3-on-2. Lackey can't even really safely get the bomb planted. Elian's finally in position with the AWP to cover, but look at all the utility for this retake.
They've got the man advantage on it. Buster's going to try and hold out from Dumpster. The AK reveals itself as Sanji comes in and immediately starts spraying with 2 in this position. And James just waiting to see if these rifles can find some opening because he needs to come out from the bank soon-ish, you'd expect. Trouble is, this is planted for bathrooms. They have to know it's back that direction. James needs to be worried about long, so he's jump peeking it, but Lackey's the first in position. And they'll have 2 shots at this. AWP, smoke down. Buster's gone. That was the diffuser. Now they're going to push out on the AK, but that smoke's going to dissipate. It'll be a clean shot over on the other side of it. They're on the left side of it. They're going to get this. Sanji, great shot to take down the WP, I take it back. I thought they were on it with enough time. It must have
Ooh.
just been late. That must have been extremely close.
Yeah, I thought they had it too. Oh, that is not ideal. They had so much utility as well. They used a Molotov on the truck, but they still had 2 smokes they could have put down at the front of bathrooms and on the bomb. Just didn't work out. That's tough. What a really difficult retake for Entropiq to win, but they've done it. 6-7. Still, though, costly for both sides. 2 rounds left in the half, and both teams out of money after this. So this round actually could be a twofer.
Love myself a twofer.
We all love twofers.
Except if it's Bud Light. And then I'd rather drink water. Lackey's got one on kick from Sanji. There's the shot back, but this is again back and forth. Sanji finds 2, Nickelback equals that total. And it's the advantage now for Entropiq as they look to try and get a 7th round. Their first in 7 to make it 7-6. As Yakandar's come over again from A, and they're gonna go for the boost. James, just stand on my head. Just get up here. And make it work. Make this play happen as they try and creep closer. He sees the gun, that's all he needs to see. As he takes down Nickelback. I believe it was the gun. It looked like the gun right on the top of his head when I think about it, but either way, it's a kill. And the bomb will get planted by Ilian, and that's why they were so considerate of taking their time to get in, because they knew the bomb was in the acquisition. But now that it is, it's a bait and switch. Nearly made that work. That AK, those were headshots. That would have been absolutely stupendous, but well done from VP.
Yeah, I certainly thought he would have at least got Jame coming around that corner, but yeah, little CSGO is not kind to him there with that exchange. 8-6, 2-round lead for Virtus.pro. And it seems like after a rough start, they have got complete control of this first half. Still, you have to say, with that opening of 5-0, obviously it's going to suck that you weren't able to scrape a whole lot more together for the rest of the half, but I mean, 6 rounds on your T side of Overpass, you're going to be very happy with that one. That early start gave them the cushion they needed to be okay regardless of what happened. 1 round left. They've got 4 AKs and an AWP. They've only got 3 smokes and 1 flashbang to use, though.
Buster just chilling like a villain. With stickers up high on his screen. Thanks, CSGO. What's your favorite sticker in the game, Jason?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either, you know? But I'll bet you Scrawny and Launders have an answer to that.
The fact that those two are so into skins is actually my favorite part about them. It's so funny. I love that they just have like created like a black market skin show.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, but at the same time, I enjoy it in a weird way too.
I don't know anything about skins or stickers, so it's all crazy to me.
It's a cryptocurrency to those guys.
Yeah.
James gets one, but Forrester's there to immediately slide, shuffle, and trade. And Ilian's gonna take out Yakinder, who was boosted up on top of Bomb Box. Brad, late lurk B, 4 HP, but it doesn't matter. He finds Buster. That's gonna make things more awkward because no rotation coming, no help on the way. Kicker denies the plant, but Lackey gets the shot back. Now, this gives Sanji some hope. There's 20 seconds. He knows they have to go to the bomb. Smoke down. If he can, I was gonna say, if he bypasses and dies the plant a second time, you might say it was possible, but instead we go 8-7. But it is 8-7 in favor of VP, Jason. And remember, it was 0-5 at the start of the half, so not bad.
That's fine. Let's see what they got on their T side though. This is not the most intimidating version of VP we've seen this year. And Entropiq seemed to handle them pretty well in that first half, all things considered. Even with a 1-round deficit. I mean, middle part of the half was obviously a little bit sketchy, but managing to grab 2 at the end, figuring out eventually. So as long as they've got a solid CT side, they've got to be feeling good. This round is live. P250 on Buster. 2 smokes, a flash, and a Molotov for the T side to utilize. They're going to go for a delayed peek at the mid stairs. There's that P250, and Ilian wants nothing to do with that battle. He only spots the one, unaware that there's still 3 others, including the bomb behind him.
Ilian peeking it. We'll see them jumping it long. Only that taps Yakinder in the buttocks. Takes him down to 88. Peeking again. Ilian. Oh, that one's better. Buster gets his head removed. Exploded by the little cricket. Ykinder does the same in return, though. Was it little cricket?
Yeah, noisy cricket.
Noisy cricket. That's it. I knew that didn't sound right. Forrester's got James back. Go ahead, Jason.
I mean, I'm assuming that VP. Oh, actually, just hold the thought because they're still just dueling out here towards long. Entropiq's rotated everyone here, but they want to keep taking this fight. Apparently, I think they're just trying to keep information and intel on how many are at long, if they're pushing up or not. But this is kind of dangerous that Lackey's pushing all the way out of ammunition. Got a teammate to hold Yekindar at bay. Lackey goes back for the fight, and Yekindar's just won everything. 2 kills for him, Sanji with 1, and we're somehow found ourselves in a 2-on-2. There's only 15 seconds. They've got to go for this.
Go they shall. 11 seconds now. Crad. Oh, that's brilliant. He's just going to look down, and when he looks up, look at the photograph. As Kicker gets both, Nickelback's dead. It doesn't quite work out because he didn't get the kill, but either way, it's VP to get the pistol round.
That's a weird round. It was like VP wanted to get cross a couple players over to the corner so they could hide from any kind of information peeks at long, but Entropiq just kept throwing bodies at long. Like they were so content to push, to fight at long the entire round. A brilliant 1v2 from Kicker. Brilliant shots. I don't think he realized it was really a 1v2, but comes out on top anyways. 9-7, VP maintaining a lead.
I thought they had that. When Crad kept his head down, I thought they absolutely were going to win that. Just walk in. There's no way they'd spot it both out, but VP, good win. With 10 seconds as well, right?
Yeah. 10 seconds. What made you think of the noisy cricket?
I don't know, just like headshot, exploding head, little gun, big impact, noisy cricket.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, come on, there's nothing wrong with that, right?
No, I was just curious.
That's what I call my little penis.
Well, what can you say about that one, Matt?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, dear. Lackey still jiggle peeking for information. Hasn't seen anything yet, I don't believe. No one's rotated over. There's Nickelback. He's got it. He's got the kill as well. And he wanted the AK-47, but Sanji arrives just in time to keep that out of his hands. And now they continue to push the envelope. Lackey sees the gun. He lines up. He could get more with that deagle. They've been stopped. And now the other defense is here as well. They've rotated over, and nobody can wrap around Lackey's position. Oh, I think this is going to be so deadly for VP.
Yeah, this is a problem. They've just gotten absolutely denied. The Eco's going to turn this back on its head. 20 seconds, they're going to save. No way out. Buster's styling his way out, at least, giving us something. But round over. Save that AK. Save both those AKs. And do they hunt? Mac 10, 2 deagles? You could argue it might be worth it, but I don't think they're going to bother. They're happy with just the win in the rounds. Okay, now they're going to go a little bit late. Just making sure that it was a full save, but I don't think they're going to get there. Round will expire, we'll reset, and Entropiq take back control of the half.
Oh, what a weird round. I'm out called by VP. Yeah, you get stalled out by one deagle. You miss your timing in a big way. And you end up having to save 2 weapons in a second round. That's brutal. So Entropiq, the question is, how much can they actually, what kind of firepower can they bring to bear? They've got the Mac 10, they've got a UMP on Forrester. Krad's picked up an M4. So a few rifles mixed in there, and VP is going to have those 2 AK-47s and armor with upgraded pistols and utility behind those. So this timeout for VP is all about discussing how they want to set up these AK-47s. Where do Yekindar and Buster want to take them to have the most impact?
So the 2 that saved are the 2 to hold on to the weapons in this gun. They've earned that rite of passage. As Ilian's going to try and get a nade out. They've already actually crossed Buster over, though. They're not going to know that he's here already. I don't think they're going to expect at all that he's going to be at long, but it may not matter because the timing is such that Krad's going to be rotating. Oh, I thought he was going to go long. This could be big, Jason.
Yeah, this could actually be huge. This is an odd timing. Brad's going to spot it out, so he's going to put a stop to the progression forward, but it also puts a stop to any kind of danger that was going to come from that position.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Buster was actually in a really good okay. Oh, yeah, low H. That's actually kind of smart. I don't mind that. The problem is no one's going to get that gun. They're going to see it on the ground now. Crad going aggressive. He knew he was done for, so he just wanted to get the AK back.
Yeah.
And they're going to pick it up now. This works.
Yeah, that's a hero play. That's actually a beautiful play. He didn't even know that anyone was pushing up. He just figured the jump back across would be too dangerous.
Yeah. Makes the call, and now that AK comes into the picture. 38. He's gone this time. He tries to take the fight because he knows he's going to get pinged. But Crad is doing all of the work. Not only was he going to spot it long, he pushes up, he finds the kills. He will not get any further kills, though, because James got him, but Ilian's there to close it out after that. Yeah, I like that. That's selfless. As Nickelback takes down Keekert.
All right. So the saved AK-47s really didn't do a whole lot. Only 1 kill in the round. And I mean, much like the pistol round, this round as well, Entropiq showing that they're more than willing to fight and push up. They're putting 2 bodies at long. When someone is spotted, there's like one playing far back just to keep them pinned down on the right as best as possible and hold back their repeaks. And one player pushes up along the right side of the wall as well. That might be something to keep track of in future rounds to see if that's a strategy they continue with. All 5 players for VP have unarmored Glocks, and all 5 players are stacked up on your screen outside of the B bomb site. Lackey could have a field day at some point.
Some back 10 for smoke. Kicker goes back down to connector. But they've absolutely got 0 control of the map and 0 guns to work with. And really, Jason, if you wanted to tell me a story, this is the time to do it.
Yeah, you want a story?
Yes. Yes, Daddy. Well, I've got a story about this time in AWP in the A site. Just shot at targets that were basically like aimbots.
Okay, that kind of a story. I was trying to think of like a like Hamlet or something.
Oh wow, yeah. If you've got time for all of that, I'm ready.
No, I just started watching Sons of Anarchy again. That's based off Hamlet, so I was looking into it the other day. So it's on my mind. That's a story.
Never
Does that count?
No, that counts. That was that's
Okay.
that's a bit of a story, and not a very good one, if I'm honest.
No, it wasn't a very good one, but it's something. Here we go. Round number 20. VP now 1 round behind, winning the pistol and losing the ensuing 3 rounds in the second half. Looking to penetrate this defense. Crad's going to be at the top of the stairs. He's grouped up with Elian, who's in bathrooms, but Elian's going to back away, which means Crad is kind of on his own. Forrester's there, pushed out of short, so he's kind of available to help if in the right circumstances. And so is Nickelback. Oh, he's holding a pop flash to go through the windows of blue. That would allow Crad to peek. It's all down to timing.
Oh, that flash is brilliant, though. Through the window, Crad's able to pop out. Sanji down, and it leaves us to the man advantage on the Entropiq side again. So, despite that Forrester's taken a substantial amount of damage, they'll be very pleased with that early opening. And again, VP doesn't have a lot of map to go off of. A minute to play with in this. And it seems like if their initial plan is foiled, again, you go back to that round where they had the 2 AKs and they try and push long. As soon as they're stopped and shut down, they don't really have anything else. Then they just kind of play for picks. It's not like they're trying to establish territory, Jason. As Ilian's going to come back around easy. Yakinder's just looking towards the connector because they don't even have that information. And he's just going to go on a rampage as he finds James as well. That flash was sick, by the way.
Yeah, it was great. It was well timed also, considering that he was about to turn that corner. Still, I think you're entirely right. Entropiq seem to be the ones who are assertive, which you wouldn't expect. Good shooting from Elian in this round. 3 kills for him, Crad with that flashbang from Nickelback is able to double up, and Lackey still has a Mac 10. So shout out to him.
Yeah, that's actually significant because they're doing enough work that him not having a rifle hasn't been a detriment yet, and he's able to farm cash in all these rounds.
Yeah, it hasn't really been tested. He's had that since the second round over at that B bomb site, and he hasn't really had to deal with anything.
It also does mean, and that this is like a side perk that, like, okay, it's a 50-50, but like next time they go into a full gun round, which will be right now, he can rush that Mac 10 and get information. And if he gets a kill, huge bonus. If he doesn't, okay, at least they have some read.
Yeah, I think what's significant about it too is he also hasn't really been able to upgrade that Mac 10 into anything these past few rounds. So he hasn't even been involved much in any way. I mean, straight up, VP at that timeout. I mean, obviously talking about something tactical, talking about a strategy they want to run, but at some point, you hope they have the conversation and just say we need to start killing something. VP's only got 2 kills in the past 4 rounds.
Yeah, that's pretty substantial. I thought they were going to go for a more aggressive force buy on the back of that, but they're not. They're going to actually sit back a little more with Eagles and Tech 9s. So they guarantee themselves a full buy in the next round, with or without the plant, given the lost round bonus. But yeah, it does mean they concede potentially a 9-12 scoreline.
And this is a must-win game for VP, or must-win series. Not this map, but this best of 3. VP has to win it.
Yeah, they do. I mean, there's a real chance they don't get enough points from the RMR to make it through to the major if they don't.
That would be weird. That would be really weird.
Yeah, it'd be insane. I mean, considering the performance that they've had as of late, and again, the run that this core had at the last major, I know that's ages ago, but still, you have to consider that, because formerly that would have guaranteed them a spot at the next one, but this reset, talked about it, it's going to catch a few teams out for sure that otherwise are, would have been there, but it's also going to give teams a better opportunity as well.
Oh, here we go. I think this is at play towards the B bomb site. They've got something. Forrester and Lackey get caught pushing into Monster. They heard the pop flash to get bodies out of the door towards short. And man, did they get trapped. I don't even know if Entropiq can go for this.
Bomb planted. You might be right. This could be the turnaround. James got the AK picked up. So the half buy and slowing things down seems to work out. Nickelback, you could see him just get snapped back as a bullet, I think, caught him through the edge of the pallets on site. He's going to go rush it. And around the corner he goes. He runs into James. Now they know they have to save. There's no way they're getting in. That AK does all the work it needs to, and Crad's going to back out a window. AWP to be held on to. Does Buster and Sanji get forward enough to find guns? There are guns at jungle, but they're going to chase this, actually. Ilian's down to 16. They want this AWP to get out, but man, they've got to keep on the heels here.
Buster's just going to... Oh, he's got it!
That's sick. I was going to say they have to know they're still coming. I thought they were going to run that all the way to long, but then they were worried about Connector having already rotated.
Yeah, maybe they thought they just couldn't get away fast enough, so they just turned to fight. Either way, the dink from the P250 from far away, and the Tech 9 finishes it off. And VP, I like the decision to hunt, because you had a full losing bonus going into that round. You were going to have a buy no matter what in the next round, so who cares if you lose a salvaged AK-47? That's a good find, and that's a costly find.
Ilian getting aggressive as he gets back onto an off this round nade to T-stairs, but once again, they've already bypassed that. Okay, I think he heard him this time. Yeah, he did, absolutely. He was because he knows James is going to have an angle line. And Crad's already in that position and thinks James through the edge of the wall. That puts him down. His HP is flat. Pressure inside of the smoke sprays in. Very linear corridor, but now he has to get the reload in and relocate. They'll cover off for short. Forrester alone, Monster. Flash over. Oh, no. The next player as well, because he's looking away, and it was the Molotov on top of the flash, so Forrester burns alive. The combo together, and Lackey manages to get one back, but Pop back into position. He can't do anything of it. Sanji's already got the line up toward the sandbags, and it's through the smoke. Without his eyes, that'll put this into a 4-on-3 with the bomb now planted for VP as they look to tie this game on 11. Nickelback back toward construction. James watching that closely, but he's already gotten by the door, and James on 6. Put him defensively in that position with the AWP, but he's not made the call correctly. The Nickelback's made it past, and he finds 2 immediately. Now James has to get back in the picture with that 6 HP. AWP as well. Any utility in that direction is going to be a problem. It's not even going to be that. It's going to be Nickelback instead, and they completely stick around the Kinder. It should be the defuse, and right back to the winning ways for Entropiq.
That is a phenomenal retake. All started with the kills from Nickelback. We mentioned coming into this that he played lights out in some of their series so far in this event, and he delivers again here. Only 13 and 15, but those are extremely high impact kills in a 3-on-4 retake. Most of this defense for Entropiq over at the B bomb site is actually focusing towards sandbags, towards blue door, towards the short tunnel, and VP's finding some odd timings. I hesitate to say Forrester misplayed it, but he sees that Molotov coming in towards barrels, and he throws his smoke towards the monster funnel. Ooh, nice
Let's
pick.
go. That timing, foolish as he hits him out of the air. And I think I would have liked to have seen that all the way through from James for a second. To really see the stack happening from the bottom. But he literally landed scope and shot within like half second and nailed that. That was sick. Buster's going to get 2 back as well as they work toward Monster. Sorry to cut you off, Jason, but I saw that transpiring, and that timing was awesome.
All good, baby. Crad on the flank. He better find James. He better get it, and he does. No shot hit. Oh, but Crad's going to actually pick up the pace. He's coming in for this flank real quick. Buster's planting inside of the smoke, so it's not seen by Crad. Good nade, and there it is. Buster's not even aware, and it's only Senji to be found, and he's sandwiched at the moment.
Still with this bomb planted, though, Sanji. Try and play this to the best of his ability. Ilian tried to get information by jumping over toward jungle. As he jumped out, you saw him kind of head tap the top of the roof to see if he could spot Sanji. Surely he would have known he's there. Crad's going to get on this in the smoke, though, but I think Galil through the wall finds the head, and that's perfect for Sanji. Exactly what VP need, and they come straight back again.
These rounds are so incredibly close.
And we're late. Here it is from James. Look at it. Oh, that's sick. I love it. I love seeing that boost work, right? Because we see it tried so much now. That's foolish.
Yeah, that was real fast to get up there.
The first thing you got to look at now as well is the economy, because now we're at 12-11. If this cracks wide open for Entropiq, for example, where they already have that lead and they go 13 up and break VP right now, they're in a world of trouble. So this becomes a very important round for VP.
Becomes a very important round, yeah, for both teams.
Both teams for sure, but where they've got that 1 round buffer, it's a little bit less punishing, I think.
Man, even after that pick, Forrester almost puts a stop to the attack. Double kill in the monster tunnel. The follow-up swing from his teammate as well could have delivered one more, and that might have secured the round for Entropiq, and it's not to be. Here we go.
I think Sanji, by the way, we were looking at that replay. I think he lost his gun at the end of that round.
Yeah, maybe. He might have dropped the picture. I have no idea. I was paying attention to it.
I think he lost it just at the end of the round trying to find another one, but either way, that has a big problem for the economy, because we talked about VP winning that round. That's one more gun they don't have, and they're about to be broken again. So they're going to have to be perfect on these flash executions. They are so far as Zkinder takes down Nickelback. That's a big one to find. We saw how good he is, Lackey. Lacking the weapon, doesn't matter. He's got the accuracy. Buster's found, but not before he got a kill in response, or at least prior to that. It's Kicker that sits now with 78 HP. Trying to work his way in for Monster, but they're going to back away from this. So it's still a 3-on-3. They don't pick up any weapons. They get some kills. They get a read, and they've blown the utility from the CTs completely out of proportion. There's 1 smoke left, and they can slow it down. 54 seconds to use the whole map. James going to use it fast as well, Jason. He's already toward the A site.
Yeah, but this has been heard not only by Crad, obviously, but Lackey as well. Problem is, it's pulling everyone in that direction, and they're also not being quiet about it. I'm pretty sure Sanji just heard some footsteps out of Forrester, so he knows they're playing more passively on the B-bomb site. That's some information to Kicker, who's now flirting outside of Monster Tunnel, and James is coming back while 2 defenders have been pulled over towards A. Some trickery from VP here. With an odd arsenal of weapons out of a victory, as you mentioned earlier. And Forrester's got such a big job.
Gonna hear that down any second. Spot Jamie in the open, swings it wide, knows that he's already done substantial damage. Kicker trapped on sight. Kicker's with Sanji shooting at his teammate. I think he thought there was a player sneaking up from the slope. This time he's got the accuracy. Down goes Lackey, but Kickert's been lost in the process, and he's not aware the Crad is on the flank, and this should spell disaster, although he sneaks in. He knows he's not window. Surely he's got to have a read. Can't find the shot on Forrester to even get it started. Entropiq at 13. That lost gun may have been a difference maker, but oh, hang on. Find the kit? All right, they're finding the weapons. They do have a kit. Forrester's got one, so we're fine.
That's still a little nerve-wracking.
Well, just because we missed that timing on the one this earlier in the round, I was like, hang on.
Yeah. Oh, triple kill for Forrester coming alive here. 21 kills on Crad, 20 kills on Ellie, and they're playing fantastic. This is good work from Forrester, having to play passive, even being prepared for that aggression from Kicker, which probably he didn't expect. That's not, I don't think that's aggression that you'll face too often in that kind of a scenario. 13-11. 2-round lead, and as you mentioned, that was a big round for the implications on the economy. VP still managed to scrape together a buy by virtue of the bomb plant, but they're running low. And it seems like they found a weakness in a recipe that they want to go back to. That's the B bomb site. Here we go again. Put out the Molotov, pop flash through, double entry. Entropiq not ready for it. Nickelback is going to try and hold on, but there's too much body.
Tons of bodies in front of him. Buster's got Crad. Hang on, Virtus.pro. They don't want to let this game get away from them at all.
It's rinse and repeat at this B bomb site. They keep going back to it, and they're having success. Even in the rounds that they're losing, they're getting plants, which is more they can say about when they were focusing on A and focusing on bathrooms. So just rinse and repeat, keep going at it, and this time they break through. Now it's Entropiq, whose money is all of a sudden just going to be wiped out. And with a 1-round lead after this, they might choose to save and let them even it up just so they can have a solid buy. This is going down to the wire.
So AWP brought over for the next round on the side of Entropiq. What determines on the model for the CTs if the visor's up or down? It's just random? Or does it actually have to do with...
Wait, say that again? What is the...
I think it's just random, isn't it? The visor's up or down on the helmet? It's just random.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Be cool if it was like a tell for like head armor, no head armor.
Okay, I see what you're doing there. Or maybe you can see through smoke a little bit better. I don't know.
Okay, let's not give game-breaking disbalances here, all right? I play another video game that has trouble balancing with all the mechanics like that. And instead what they do is everyone complains about it and they just reset it back to 0 because the bad players get angry.
Well, yeah. You got against bad players, Matt.
No, I'm one of them, so it's fine.
Okay. Perfect. They make those changes for me. Alien with an AWP in this round. Forrester with an M4. Upgraded pistols on everyone else, but this is it. This is Entropiq fully invested. I thought they would maybe sit this round out with a half buy or use it to look towards the future of their economy, but they are entirely bought in. And look at the defense. 4 players stacked towards B. 1 player in blue stairs who's going to be able to have a quick flank or quick response to this hit, and they might just find success with it.
Mackey's got the shot back on Iakinder, Tech 9 in hand. That'll hold him out for a little bit longer. So Entropiq starting off well, considering the AK now picked up to go along with the AWP.
Look at Crad. Look at Crad's position. Great for information if you can hear a footstep. Great if they drop down. Now, they should expect that someone could be here. Buster's ready for the push. Oh, he sees the foot. He sees the foot. He knows he's there 100%. He's just waiting for the right time. I don't think Crad realizes it. Crad has no idea. He's got a fat foot on the screen.
Yeah, that is a 1.5 feet. Buster's waiting for it. He's like impatient, but at the same time being very, okay, yeah, that's what I would do too. I would just be like, screw it. You're not going to move? I'm taking care of this.
Look how bold Jame is, though. Like, Jame is so far up on his own with the bomb. That's just so wild.
Well, James inside of the site. Nickelback does get kicker before James can do anything about it, but they still get the entry kill that's required for the bomb plant. Only 3 HP for James, and no op for him to hold from bathrooms. He's still going to go that direction. And there's going to be no flank, which means they won't clear from connector. That oftentimes supports this whole position. Buster's going to stay impressive, though. Good information, good read. Finds the first shot quite quickly as Ilian wants to wrap back in with the AWP of his own on this side. He's now the only one left alive, and I think that flash is going to be enough for him to just maybe reconsider. Yeah, a couple of quick shots, looking for a little bit of luck on his side, and Jame wants the op. Jame loves an op, so he's already on the flank trying to find this gun. 13-13. Good holding on by VP, I have to say, and trying to just balance this economy and get back into the game.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's actually kind of a good thing that they lost those kills early on that dissuaded them from committing to the B bomb site, because they would have been committing through smokes into a stack. Right here, even just the one kill from Lackey and Kicker, it's like, nope, I'm out. See ya. 13-13. Final timeout called by Entropiq on defense, but 2 in a row. There was a bit of this, the tug of war that we all know and love in the past 5-6 rounds. VP comes out on top. And this is the consequence of that full investment of the last round. I don't think they can buy anything. $2,400 losing bonus for the next round. So most players sitting around 44,000, 4,500, they're going to buy into this.
So Dust 2 comes up next. We'll settle the series on Mirage if we have to go that far. Honestly, I'm not sure where we're going at this rate.
I don't know how I feel about this call to buy, Matt.
It's yeah. I mean, the zero
combined with
money.
Yeah, it's just combined with the buy in the last round as well.
Yeah, and I get it. They have the op, so they're thinking like, oh, we'll try and support it more. But you're right, buying to 0. If they were buying to like 2K, I'd say go for it. But buying to 0 is a bit difficult. And this is Sanji's gonna get maybe have a gun out, Sanji.
Trying to bait him into a peek. Elian had the fallback, had the follow-up peek. Now a swing from the Deagle out towards long. Ooh, knife out. They didn't expect any resistance at long.
Interesting. I mean, Sanji's been using that ladder very quickly and going up and down with the knife to get info and bait, but like that time he's holding on top of the pallet. He could have had the gun out and maybe got the kill there, but he did smartly read. You're right. They were trying to bait him into that AWP and he didn't take it at all. Forrester waiting inside of the sights, holding off on slope. Shot toward the fountain position is kind of interesting as well. I know it's just a pistol from Crad, but he's going to get a little more information, which is why they've rotated that third player back over toward B. And of course, that third player in B now is the AWP. So that certainly can be a factor on the defense. So can Lackey's Deagle. Now the buy's working out for them as they get 2 on the way through. Ilian with the AWP funds Buster, and James suddenly in trouble, and no AWP in his hands. This time he's on the AK. He wants to try to open this up, but the op's behind, and now we know what happens next. We didn't exactly know it was going to be that. Ilian takes it out of his hands.
Yeah, okay. The buy that I'm concerned about actually works out. Well done from Entropiq, but I feel like they didn't really have to do a whole lot. That was what, 1 kill earlier on at long A, and then just kind of stack the B bomb site. Good positioning from Crad, good positioning from Entropiq to make sure somebody's gathering intel. He knows nobody's been seen at fountain, nobody's been seen coming up the stairs. They know nobody's long, so all of a sudden the only place that VP could have been is somewhere at the B bomb site. And Entropiq is stacked there with 3 players. Through the smoke, VP loses the round, and it's them now on the back foot. That was the opportunity for them to really gain control. Lackey's got an opening kill, and James gonna try and clear these stairs, but he jumps, still wins it out. 3 on 4 though for VP.
Lackey with a good shot on the Kinder. Entropiq turned things on their head. I mean, I agree with you. I question the buy as well, but if you can make it work, fair play. So it's Jame and Sanji to try and save the situation. Deny Entropiq not only map point, but save themselves any chance of a gun. I'd say this one's over. We're going to 15 rounds Entropiq, Jason.
Yeah, it's looking great. It's looking great for them. I'm so stunned at that turnaround. Sanji is gonna go down. Great round from Lackey. Critical kills. especially when you consider how much focus VP has put on that B bomb site. For him to kind of step up down the stretch like this, he's got 23 kills now, Krad with 23 as well, and Elian with 24. But for him to get these 2 frags is massively important. And VP, 2 chances, or they've got to win 2 in a row to force us into overtime. And they're going to have to do this first one with Tech9s and Deagles.
James already working out towards construction. He's got that Tech9. He's trying to go fast. Take them prisoners in this situation, and smokes and flashes allows them 2 on the way in, but Nickelback still back toward the jungle. Get a shot to shut that down, but only for a moment, and the moment's gone. As Krad comes in from behind. And planted, Alien up above. Buster's got him through the smoke. Remarkable shot as well. I did not expect him to find that quickly. And now I think, Jason, we've got one more round at least. We'll go to 30. Krad, though's got other ideas. Get Sanji. Got a bit of money to work with, but he's flashed himself, so probably needs to just reconsider this. But still wants to look for Monster, still wants to go on it, has the AK-47 in hand, has a kit, so he's got a bit of time to work with. 2 AKs against him, though, and that is certainly strong from Virtus.pro's position. And if he can get the guns down, that's a win in itself, though, because he knows the money's low. He might go better than that. Kickert's got him instead.
I thought he was going to get that. I don't think he would have had time for the defuse anyways,
no time.
But that would have been funny as hell. Man, this game, this Entropiq, it feels like the low economy buys are like the more powerful ones, at least down the stretch. Maybe that's a good thing now for Entropiq, who are stuck on an SMG, a FAMAS, a Deagle on Forrester. Sketchy buys across the board for both teams in this round 30. Entropiq with the chance to close out map 1, VP with a chance for overtime.
Chance for overtime. Seems like Virtus.pro want to make us go the distance every game. They just can't seem to get it done cleanly. I think you had the pleasure of 5 overtimes with them on day 1, if I'm not mistaken.
That was Spirit.
That was Spirit. I'm sorry, right? 100 ping gods in Spirit, right?
Entropiq and Spirit. Entropiq and Spirit.
Yeah, see,
and
like,
then it was 100 ping gods.
Together.
It's right. You got your day 1s. You weren't even here. So, I mean, I admire, I respect the attempt. It was 100 ping gods who upset Virtus.pro on day 1.
There we go. That's what it was. I knew I was close.
It would start with an S.
Well, this is it then. Play for overtime or call it done. Lackey's got kickers. That's a start in the favor of finish. And he's going to follow that up and get down Yukindar as well, but they're not done because they're still inside of Monster. HP's extremely low. Krad's on the flank. This should spell the end of it. That is fortunate because he actually had the timing perfect, looked away, and then James had utility in his hand instead.
Oh, that's it.
That is it. Buster's going to go down right now. Map 1 should go the way of Entropiq. And like I say, Dust 2 comes up next before Mirage if needed. But this is a problem because Virtus.pro must-win series are about to drop map 1. Okay, now granted, wasn't their map choice, but it puts a lot of pressure on a map like Dust 2, which is never really a guarantee.
Yeah, and Virtus.pro, I remember when I was still with Team Liquid, when we were talking about VP and the matchups that we had against them, Overpass was a map, I don't want to say we were scared, but we had a lot of respect for what Virtus.pro could do on Overpass. And to see them drop that here, a bit surprising, at least in my mind. So good stuff from Entropiq, especially considering that's a really grindy game down the stretch. That was an economic battle. Sometimes they didn't have the resources. They had some questionable buys that they had to pull out of nowhere at the end. And they're able to do it. I think for me, that comes down to the fact that VP's T side really looked one dynamic in that game. They couldn't find any success over at A, couldn't find any success over at Bathrooms, except for maybe some late round adjustments. And it felt one-dimensional towards the end of those B hits over and over, and Entropiq caught onto it.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely true. And I think the slow start for VP did not help. Remember, they were 0-6 down, I think it was, and came back to at least win the first half, but they're going to be regretting that, I think, down the stretch. We'll find out because we're going to go to a break. When we come back, it's Dust 2, and we'll find out if they can extend this series and maybe extend their life in this RMR. We'll see in a second.
Я даже не думаю, но я знаю, что игроки скучают по ланам, и что это, наверное, самый большой минус вот этой ковид-эры и пандемии, потому что я уверен, что для большинства игроков самый кайф был именно летать куда-то, где-то находиться на стадионе перед толпой, да, перед болельщиками, общаться с болельщиками, выигрывать игры, пока там шум везде, да, и так далее. Это самое лучшее ощущение, что есть, и я уверен, что как только будут ланы, так как-то оживиться более все игроки, потому что сейчас поголовно все уже dead inside, и все уже не хотят играть, нет мотивации, и всем надоело играть в этом онлайне, поэтому я надеюсь, все закончится, это онлайн-эра закончится как можно быстрее, и мы как можно быстрее уже поедем на ланы. Не то чтобы онлайн-игра и лан-игра много чем отличается, просто я считаю, что на лан-игре люди, которые заряжаются какими-то какой-то энергией с помощью общения, либо там самой атмосферы, да, они немного страдают из-за того, что они дома постоянно находятся в рутинном состоянии, а игрокам, которые привыкли находиться в рутинном состоянии дома и ну, менее социальные, я бы сказал, то им, наверное, более проще сидеть дома и играть. Но так, в игровом плане не сильно, я думаю, отличается просто мотивация и как-то моральная составляющая больше. Я бы получал больше удовольствия от игры, и я думаю, из-за этого бы истекло лучшее состояние твоего тела и лучшее состояние твоего мышления и так далее игры. И для меня это так, и поэтому я считаю, что на лане, скорее всего, я бы чувствовал себя лучше. Я думаю, тут ответ очевиден. Как бы, ну, камера, что камера. Но все равно ты сидишь же дома, и как бы, конечно, на лане играть будет намного стрессовее, по идее. По идее, так должно быть. Но это зависит от человека, и если человек в себе уверен, и ему и на лане, и дома не будет никакой проблемы играть. Поэтому, ну так, да, наверное, самый простой ответ — это то, что с камерой проще, когда нет людей вокруг. Про Ancient я хочу сказать, что, во-первых, это довольно хорошая карта, интересная карта, которая, как я считаю, очень обновила какую-то игровую деятельность игроков. То есть то, что появилась новая карта, которую вообще никто не знал, она раньше не было, и люди команды начали ее тренировать. Это очень круто, потому что постоянные идеи, постоянные новые вещи, они тебе помогают развиваться как игроку и получать удовольствие из-за того, что это что-то новое, что-то другое. А по поводу того, что поможет ли эта карта каким-то командам там выигрывать какие-то определенные матчи, я считаю, что да, скорее всего, какая-то команда будет думать, что у них сильный Ancient и что у другой команды слабее Ancient, но в конце концов может оказаться так, что оказывается это у них слабый Ancient, а у другой команды сильный Ancient. Поэтому это палка о двух концах, ты никогда не знаешь из-за того, что команда... Тут единственная команда, которая реально Ancient играли на этом турнире, это... То есть не на этом турнире, а перед этим турниром, это Gambit и Na'Vi. То есть люди и команда реально знают, как они играют на этой карте, но другие команды, они не показывали то, что они умеют на Ancient, и пикать Ancient было бы, наверное, странно, и может быть неправильно, но может быть и правильно. И в зависимости от внутренней уверенности твоей на тренировках ты уже от этого отталкиваешься. Но может оказаться так, что ты ее проиграешь.